you want a stronger grip for all your martial arts training, master bow staff spinning. You're gonna start with a staff in the middle, your hand in the middle, in one hand, turning it just up and back. Depending on how heavy your staff is, you wanna go faster or slower. This is a very heavy self-defense staff made out of hickory, and so I start slowly so I don't rip anything. But you're gonna gradually increase the speed. That's gonna increase your flexibility, but it's also gonna build powerful forearms, powerful grip for all your martial arts training. So you're gonna go back and forth, do that for 30 seconds in one hand, put it in the other hand, and do the same thing. To master bow staff spinning, you have to do the basics really, really well and over again. Just do a little bit every day. It adds up to a lot over time. You'll be a bow staff master before you know it. You just go side to side. Again, start slowly. If your staff is super heavy, if it's light, you can go a lot faster at the beginning. Mine is heavy, so I'm going slow. Put in the comment section below whether you prefer to use a heavy staff or a light staff. I like to get a feel for what everybody's using when we have these classes. Put it into the other hand, put your hand to the side, and now we're gonna do that same motion, but in a different plane. That's gonna hit a whole different set of muscles in your shoulder. It's gonna work on the back and the side of the shoulder, building a lot of power, especially when you do your other martial arts training to keep your guard up. And if you do grappling, if you do jiu-jitsu or judo, or maybe Western wrestling, you need powerful shoulders. I'm going side to side, gradually speeding that up. After 30 seconds, put it on the other side. Hello, Patrick, it's good to see you. Side to side, slow as smooth, smooth as fast, speed it up when you're ready. Pull your stomach up and in, abs tight, drop your chin. Good afternoon, Garen. Make sure your chin stays down in all your martial arts training. The fastest way to get knocked out is to put your chin up. Always guard your chin. Now, we've got one more set of those, and this time you're going up overhead with the same motion. And again, you're going in a completely different plane of motion for the reason of building power in your shoulder, in your forearm, in your chest, so you get stronger for all of your martial arts. Bow staff spinning mastery requires that you move in every plane of motion that's available to you. Speed it up when you're ready, put it in the other hand. Hopefully by now your forearms are starting to burn. If not, maybe next time go a little heavier on your staff. Now that you've warmed up that way, you're going to go into a hand-to-hand transfer. This is very important when you do bow staff spinning. You get really good at spinning the staff. You have to be able to go from one hand to the other. The way you do that, palms come face up, pinkies come together. The hand turns out as far as it can. You bring it back in. You allow it to go to the side. This is also building more power in your forearm. This helps with not just bow staff mastery, but martial arts mastery in general. You need to be very strong for self-defense, strong for martial arts. Going side to side. As you start to speed it up, it should bring your heart rate up a little bit. Just a little. You're not going to get that much of a cardio workout yet, but you can from bow staff spinning. Get a very good cardio workout. It's almost like skipping rope as a boxer. It's good cross training. You're going to go overhead and do that same thing. Again, different plane of motion, different sets of muscles worked. More flexibility, strength, power, speed in your forearms as you work on martial arts mastery, bow staff mastery. Use the best techniques for spinning the bow. Good proper warm-up that also builds wicked power in your grip and in all your strikes, your guard. Good, now that you've done that, I want you to put it in your right hand, put your right foot forward, and you're gonna carve a sideways figure eight, also known as the infinity sign. So if your thumb is here, just turn it down and bring it back. You're making a loop here and a loop here, and they're crossing just in the middle. You're gonna push it down here, put your right foot forward, stomach up and in, other hand up, drop your chin, breathe through your nose, out through the mouth. Slow as smooth, smooth as fast, speed it up when you're ready. You're going for 30 seconds per hand. These are bow staff spinning's best techniques. Get really good to start to master your martial arts, master bow staff spinning. It's different than striking. Striking is more practical for self-defense. Spinning is not self-defense, but spinning is good for speed, power, balance, coordination, a lot of cross-body movement. It's good for brain elasticity, good to help you with timing and distance, improve the power and speed of your strikes, good for spatial awareness, proprioception, but spinning by itself is not self-defense. Stomach up and in, side to side. Now you're gonna go into the other hand, and every time you come to the opposite side of your body, you're gonna switch with those pinkies coming together, palm up. Let's go one side, it's cross the body, you take it on the other side, stomach up and in. Now, take small steps forward, small steps backward. You're starting to increase the cardiovascular effect of your training. That means you're gonna get your heart rate up, you're gonna burn fat faster. You're gonna leaned out just by spinning the staff while your shoulders are getting powerful. Your blocks and your punches and your guard is getting stronger. That's why it's good cross training. Just a couple steps forward, a couple steps back. If you're outside in the park, go for a run. A nice jog, spinning your staff. Challenge yourself. You only grow outside of your comfort zone. So get out of the comfort zone. Put it in your right hand. You're gonna reverse the spin. Instead of carving that sideways figure eight, you're gonna pull with the finger. The pinky side, the little side of the hand, pulling it up and out. In a reverse spin, other hand up, chuck to chin, stomach up and in, abs tight, one foot in front of the other one. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Again, you're just doing 2 circles, cross in the middle. Speed it up when you can. Put in the other hand, same thing, pulling from one side to the other side. Breathing in through the nose. Force it out through the mouth. Speed it up when you're ready. Turning the shoulders and hips is going to allow you to increase your speed. Also squeezing the belly. The harder you squeeze the belly, the faster you're going to be able to whip it from side to side. Now you're going to go here. And like I said, this is a heavy self-defense staff. If you want to see what the dimensions are, how long it is, how big around it is, what the diameter is, go to the first link below. This is not a staff you would use for a martial arts demonstration. It's not a staff you would use for a martial arts competition. It's definitely not a Kung Fu style staff. Those are often lighter wood that are more flexible. This is for defending yourself. This is made out of hickory specifically, but I like it because it adds weight to my training. And then when I go back to the light staff, what you're gonna find when you go heavy, light, when you go back to your light staff, after training with your heavy staff, you're gonna move so much faster. You'll shock yourself the first time you do that, switch. So you're just walking side to side. The way you take this is your hand comes across the body, the open hand. Still pinky to pinky, palms up. Boom, it's on the other side. Whip it over, back. Again, go for your jog, or take your small steps. Bring it to a stop. There are 2 ways to stop in the spin. When you're going forward, you can stop it under the arm. When you're coming in that reverse spin, you can stop it on the top of the arm. There are other ways too. You can stop it with the other hand. Don't overthink that. But if you find it really hard because your staff is too hard, you don't worry about using the other hand. Just bring it to a stop. And then go back the other direction. Now, you're gonna take this hand. Yeah, Garen says you can use a power bar. I was in the gym, Garen, this weekend. There was a power bar. If you don't know what a power bar is, it's a piece of metal, thick, solid, with a thin piece of foam on it that the, not yoga, what do they call it? The aerobics, the old aerobics classes, the old aerobics ladies in the spandex and the tights, the leg warmers, the Jane Fonda, they would do all kinds of moves with the power bar. And I used to have one, and it took off the top inch of skin, made a divot in my foot one time because I did it barefoot. And I went too fast and lost control of it. So if you do one of those, put your shoes on. Don't put a helmet on, that's silly. You can, but you'll just look silly. But anyway, put your shoes on, or keep it slow enough that you're not gonna drop it on your foot. Or dig a piece of your foot out and learn like I did. So any one of those is okay. You're gonna go back into the figure eight spin, but because we're working on mastery and getting strong in all planes of motion, you're gonna do that spin to the front of your body and to the back. This is the exact spin as this forward spin in front of your body. It's just in that different plane of motion. Stomach up and in, abs tight, other hand up, drop that chin. Stomach has to be tight if you want to go faster. Make small motions with your shoulders. Keep your hand closed, none of this kind of stuff. But you're gonna keep it there. Hello from Ireland. And side to side. It's almost official. We've been looking for tickets to Ireland this summer, visit family. Looks like the trip that we were gonna take the year of the COVID madness. I just better stop saying that word. Anyway, we were supposed to go to Ireland and couldn't, everything shut down. And so we're gonna do that this summer. Going side to side, stomach up and in, abs tight. Turn your shoulders, turn your hips. So if you're in Ireland, maybe we can have a little meetup, do some training on the beach. Jump in that cold water. I see my wife's cousins all the time swimming. They don't even wear the wetsuits. They like to go for a lap in the freezing Atlantic. I'm very envious. Once you've done this, put it in the first hand and do the same thing in reverse. This is that pulling backward with the small side of your finger, pulling up. Yeah, Garen said, saw the Indian style spinning with the Lati. The Indian style is Silambam. It's very fascinating. It's a two-handed style most of the time. The stick is not as thick in diameter and it's a lot more flexible. India is another place I would like to travel within the next couple of years and want to study some Gakti, Silambam, Kirapati, all the beautiful Indian styles. Indian styles predate the Japanese, Chinese, and Korean styles. A lot of people make the mistake of believing propaganda, historical propaganda, that martial arts originated in China. It did not. It was in India at least before that, for thousands of years. So you're going side to side. As far as we know, I wasn't alive back then. I'm sure I could be wrong too. Anyways, you're going side to side, stomach up and in, abs tight, drop that chin, keep that other hand up. And now I want you to go into a wrist roll, coming over the back of the hand. These are some of the best Bostaff Spinning's best techniques. These are some of them, there are many. These are the ones that are gonna get you really strong in other martial arts. Not to mention with your bow. But you're going side to side. You come over to the thumb side of the hand opens, you allow it to roll on the wrist. Bring the pinky side up, open the hand, allow it to roll just on the top of the wrist. You can do it continuously, and you have to drop your staff and then pick it up. But you want to bring it over the back of the hand and back again. You can go continuously. If you do that, you have to be able to slide your hand back to the middle. I'm trying to slow it down so you can see. But if you want to do a continuous spin, slide it. If you want to do a continuous spin the other way, same thing is true. Allow it to slide, or you can just go side to side, throw it in the other hand, back of the wrist, side to side. One. Put that together with your side to side figure eight. Throw in a wrist roll. Every once in a while, forward spins, wrist roll. Wrist roll, you can do reverse spins, wrist roll, wrist roll. In the forward spin, when you come to the opposite side of your body, it's going to wrist roll over the thumb. When you come to the same side of your body as forward spin, it's going to come over your pinky. When you do a reverse spin, same side of the body is going to go over the thumb. So it's just the opposite and pinky on the reverse side of your body. You can start to go hand to hand like you're doing before, and then throw in a wrist roll or two. Throw on the other hand, wrist rolls while you're spinning. You throw in finger rolls if you know those. If not, stick to your wrist rolls, and subscribe so that I can show you how to do the finger roll. And the next Bo Staff Spinning's Best Techniques, I'm going to do a series of these to help you level up your form and flow. You get better at Bo Staff mastery. A lot of ways that we're going to do it, but it's all going to build powerful, wicked guard strikes, all kinds of, whatever your strikes are. If you grapple, if you wrestle, your hands, your shoulders, your stomach, everything is going to be a lot stronger. You guys are awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.